Steve Albert called me up and he was telling me all about this project. It wasn't even a project then. He had painted Dawn Halfaker.
Out of the blue one day, I got an email from a friend of mine who works in the Pentagon, and he said, there's somebody you need to meet, and she needs to meet you. Her name is Dawn Halfaker. She was in a Humvee on patrol in Iraq. When she lost her arm at the shoulder, she had to start life all over again.
It's really not about being a woman. It's being determined and convicted to what it is that you want to accomplish and going out and making that happen and not letting gender hold you back.
My passion about women veteran speakers was part of it was their military experience, but also experiences and expertise as maybe a coach, a trainer, facilitator, or a professional speaker. And so that led me to starting the project with Steve.
So we said, let's do something together. Originally, I was calling it Courage, the Courage Project. But then eventually we somehow found our way to Proudly She Served.
The portrait series is a combination of beautiful and powerful testimony and celebration of military and veteran women, well-known women veterans, and also lesser well-known everyday heroes who have made an impact through their service to our country.
Kirstie Ennis. She lost part of her leg. She's an amazing endurance athlete and an amazing human being.
At the end of the day, I get to look back and say I'm damn proud of my service. And that's more important than anything that anybody else could ever give me. I mean, you just learn so much.
Nicole Malachowski was the first woman pilot to be in the Thunderbirds. She's a Air Force Academy graduate and now a motivational speaker.
I remember thinking, that's what I'm going to do someday. Like, I can fly planes and be in the military. Like, this is fantastic. I think at the end of the day, I want to be someone who was helpful, who was kind, who made an impact and made a difference in service to other people.
The mission of the project is to highlight really all women who serve, but also show how they've continued to serve outside of the military and the importance of service.
Miyoko's story was she joined the National Guard in Des Moines to help pay for college. And I got a nice photograph of her, and it's a lovely painting of her, I have to say, and she's a really great person.
Being able to see women even consider this as a career, believe it's open to them, and then going after it. I mean, that's incredible to me.
I want to tell their life story in that painting. I want to see their tragedy and I want to see their triumph. Karen Meeker has the strongest faith of anybody I have ever met in my life. We photographed her in 9/11 Chapel in the Pentagon. It was a powerful moment.
It's such a diverse organization to listen, to empower, to develop other people.
Arabia Shanklin, a Naval Academy graduate, beautiful, effervescent, athletic, lovely, fun, so alive. She gave me all these very sassy poses because that's what she's about.
I have to encourage people to fight through the stereotypes that women aren't as smart, as strong, and there's immense talent within our military service, regardless of gender.
I started the painting and B just turned 100. And then in early January, I get a text telling me that B had passed away. And it was shocking because there she was on the canvas. And in thinking about that, I put a little airplane in the right-hand corner over her left shoulder as she's looking out. And I thought to myself, that's B going to her next destination. It was so moving and it was so perfect. Louise Rand, she was a second lieutenant in the Army Air Corps in World War II, and she used to fly with the wounded. She passed away at 93 years old. Angel Hughes was, at that time, in the Coast Guard. She since retired. Wonderful, really, really lovely person. Kim Brooks, she was a Marine, former Marine, and Native American. I caught her a moment when she was looking up, and it turned out to be a really, really wonderful painting. When I would think about all these different women and their strength and the courage, I borrowed some strength and courage from them in making the series of paintings. So all in all, it was a very remarkable 3 years.
One of the women who is not a portrait participant, but she has offered to write a foreword for our book is Tammy Jo Schultz. She has had an incredible, not only military career, but turned into an incredible, inspirational, motivational speaker.
A true soldier fights, not because he hates what's in front of him, but because he loves what is behind him. And I think women have the capacity to love family and country as much as anyone.
My parents, they ingrained the sense of servitude to our community, service above self.
And, for my daughters too, they will consider doing things in their lifetime as possibilities because of the role models that they've seen that I would have never had.
I feel admiration for all of these women and what they've done and the courage that they've shown to themselves and to everybody else.
Nothing of significance is ever accomplished alone, and that when you put individual strengths together, the things that you can do are amazing.
This Proudly She Served project helps us to just step back and see what a distance that we've come.